Hey Stampin' friends, welcome to the Joyous Stamp with Rachel. I'm Rachael Coon and it's our wonderful Wednesday. Today I have our brand new Waves of Inspiration stamp set that I want to share with you that is available now for you guys to order. Go ahead and hold my flip and I'll get started. All right, so you guys can see everything okay. Let me just press this down a little bit more. 1 second, we'll get this just right. Okay, so today is Wonderful Wednesday, which means you guys can watch and then order from my online store. And when you do, you can get this awesome gift from me, which is called the Rhinestone Waves Basic Jewels. They're really pretty. They have all these different colors. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different colors of rhinestones in here, and just those gorgeous shades of blue. All right, I want to warn you, right now we have construction going on outside of my front door. They're redoing our sidewalk today, and I really debated when I should go live, and this seemed like the quietest time. However, you still might hear some fun background noise, and I apologize for that. So we'll try to keep on going, even if it gets a little bit crazy here. All right, let me show you the card that we're making today, and then tell you a little bit about this set. So the card we're making is this super really cool torn beach look here. I love that we have the sand on this crumb cake, and then because of the type of paper we're using, it totally looks like the ocean. And of course we have our cute little pelican there as well. So I'll show you how to make that card. I did make it with a different card base, kind of show you the difference between the two, and that you could change it up. In fact, I'm making 8 of these cards for my team this week. This was our team card for the month, and I had a lot of leftover scraps from tearing off this piece here, and so I made a bonus card using all those leftover scraps. So all I did for this one was glued on all those leftover pieces that I had from tearing off. I had an extra little pelican, so I made sure to pop him on there too. But before I did any of my gluing, I went ahead and created a little bit of a sky by using my crushed curry to make a sun, and then some pool party to make the sky. Super great idea to use with those crazy scraps that you're going to create when we make the card today. All right, let me go ahead and put this in view and show you our stamp set that we're using. It's called Waves of Inspiration, and it's part of a whole suite. This is an early release product that's coming out in the new catalog in May. So this stamp set and dies will be available, but these rhinestones and the DSP and also and the foil specialty paper will not be available after May. So make sure you grab all of it or the parts you love. All right, let me go ahead and get our pieces in for our card today. Of course, I'll have in the comments below or in the description the link to my blog. So if you need measurements or still photos, please check it out, all on there later. So we have a card base, which is our Pacific Point, and it's just our regular good old 5.5, 8.5 scored at 4 1/4, and it just turned to go horizontal. Then we have our piece of DSP, which is 5 1/4 by 3 inches. And then I went ahead and I have our crumb cake, which is at that 5 1/4 by 2 inches. And I've used our white embossing powder. So you can get that to focus. There we go. With our Versamark. And I went ahead and I've stamped that and heat embossed with a heat tool already. You're so totally awesome. Let me get that to focus. I'm so sorry. Let's see. I might need my hand in the background for that one. There we go. You're so totally awesome. And I just love the way that white looks on the crumb cake. You could use just a regular ink, just a little bit darker than crumb cake, and it would work just fine. But that white in the sand is just gorgeous. And then you will need a basic white piece of paper, which is a 4 by 5 1/4. which will be for our inside and also for our secret tip for our card today. I did go ahead and I've inked our cute little pelican on his post using the soft suede, and I've die cut him out using the wave dies right here. So I didn't have to fuss him out at all. I went ahead and ran that through my die cutting machine. So he is also ready to go. All right, let me go ahead and show you how to rip your water here, and you can pick whatever direction you want. I want to save this to be part of our water, so I'm going to tear from the bottom right of this side, going along the 5 1/4. You can put it down on the ground or on your table and put one finger next to where you're going to tear so it won't tear up too high, and you just start to pull. If you want it to keep a continuous, so you can use this later, just don't rip it to the right, keep it more straight. However, I do want to angle this one up, so I'm going to rip it and go towards the left. We want to create a little bit of a natural line here. And if you wanted to go straight and then just rip some more afterwards, you totally could as well. Just like that. It's pretty easy. And in the process, we've made this great looking foam look to the edge to this water. I live really close to the ocean, about a mile away, so we see it often. Okay, every day. I see the ocean every day. And however, I don't get to see the waves come up on the sand all the time. Not all the time. But this is what it typically looks like. It has like this awesome foamy look. And so I love that just by ripping the paper, it creates that same look that we have at the ocean. Here's that scrap that you're going to save or flip it and use it on the other side and create your crazy rip card as well by using this scrap here. Okay, next what we need to do is grab that basic white. We're going to go ahead and line up our pieces over it. We're not going to attach it to the basic white, but we're going to use this as our guide. I'm going to take a little bit of our liquid glue, and I'm just going to go right over the very edge, but not too much that it's going to squish out. So maybe a quarter of the way in on the top of our crumb cake. Then we're going to take our DSP and we're going to line it up on the corner of that basic white. So that way it's going to be the right measurements when we attach it to the front of our card. Just like that. Go along that edge, make sure it's on there secure. Remove it from our basic white, and now we can flip it over and attach it to our card base. A little bit of liquid glue, flip it and stick it. Perfect. Doesn't that look so cool already? Just that alone would make an awesome card. But we will embellish just a little bit. Before we do that, let me go ahead and stamp our basic white. We have this cute, tiny little birds. It's like the flying bird, which could be any bird. Seagulls are very popular over by the ocean. Actually, ravens are really popular as well. We have a lot of them that like to play with sticks right over the cliffs. It's like a little game to them. And also pelicans. And pelicans usually fly in flocks. Rarely do you ever see just a solo pelican, but they like to have their friends. So go ahead and stamp a couple of their friends inside for your basic white. And rarely are they ever in a straight line, but they fly beside each other or in like a V. So create your fun little birds up for the inside, and then you can write whatever you want on there. Super easy. Let's put that ink away. Let's flip this over and let's attach that to the inside of our card base. A little bit of my Seal Plus adhesive is what I put in each corner and in the center. I stick it and then I'm going to flip it and put it in the inside. I'm using, like I said, the Pacific Point, but I use Pool Party as well for this one. Anything that matches our ocean paper here would totally work. Go ahead and grab your bone folder and let's crease that score line so it'll lay nice and flat for us. And then let's grab our cute little pelican guy here. He doesn't require very much coloring. Since we use that soft suede ink to stamp him in, he has that nice brown base to him. But I am going to go ahead and use my dark So Saffron blend for his cute little beak. And for his little webbed feet here that are on the post. And then I just took crumb cake. You can do any color that you want. There are some pelicans that have white bellies and some pelicans that have black bellies. And it's interesting to see the different colors that they have. I'm going just a very subtle, and I'm just going to color over where there's little etching for his feathers. I'm going to make sure I leave his head white, though. That is very much a pelican trait, is to have that white head. There we go. And for this, you can tell I use that smaller edge versus the brush edge, just to create more of a feather look, and it's such a small space. I'm going to flip this guy over and grab some dimensionals. I'm at the tail end of this guy. You can tell I've used them all over, and now I'm just using the scraps. I'm going to put one on the pelican itself and at least one on the post. Remove the backing and flip it over and stick it. You want to go a little bit over from where the edge is. You don't want it to line it up right there in that corner. So about 1/4 of an inch over, and I like to have my top post to hang where the crumb cake is, and then this one go over even. But you can line it up however you want. Super cute. Lastly, for this card, we just need to embellish with these beautiful rhinestones. So I'm going to take them out of their protective film, and we are going to pick out 5 of them. What I've been doing is I've grabbed like a large one, so there's 3 different sizes, and I'll start over on this far side here by our pelican friend, and then I'll go more to a medium size for this dark blue one, and we'll attach that one up here. There we go, press down, and then after that, it's whatever you want. Just make sure you get one of each and you have a nice variation. Let's do maybe a small guy of this one. We'll have it come down lower, and then we'll add, let's see, this color here. Well, it's, which color am I missing? So I did this color. Let's do our green for our medium, or a big green over here. So I have a green right there, and we just need one more right here. Let's grab this one, I think, and that should be awesome. You don't want them to line up exactly. You want them to be off-centered from each other. My nails are having issues picking this up. I might need to grab my tweezers. We'll just zig it on over. There we go. And there we go. So none of them are actually lined up to each other. You can kind of see and create kind of like a V or a check there. So just make sure you press it down so it's nice and secure. And there we go. Oh, look at those. Just a little extra bling to add to it. And of course we have our cute birds in the inside. A fairly simple card. We did just do a little bit of die cutting, a little bit of coloring, but wow, this card is amazing. And I hope you guys give it a try. Simple look for the beach, and where we have the paper doing most of the work for us. All right, you guys, hopefully you have a wonderful day. Happy stamping, everyone. Goodbye.